Imagine for a moment a world where the frustrating limitations of content creation simply cease to exist. A world where you never have to record the same perfect moment twice, just to satisfy different platforms. No more agonizing over whether to shoot horizontal or vertical. No more painful, shot-running crops just to fit your video onto a tiny screen. Just one camera, one incredible moment captured in a flawless, optimized video ready for every single platform you care about. Sounds like a creator's fantasy, right? Well, it was until now. Because with their latest release, DJI hasn't just introduced a new product, they've fundamentally changed the rules of the game. If you appreciate honest and in-depth tech reviews, subscribe for more informative videos, as I work hard to gather useful information for you. In return, you just hit the bell icon button so you don't miss any of my future content. For years, creators have been forced to navigate a strange, divided battlefield. On one side stood the majestic, widescreen world of YouTube. On the other, the fast-moving, portrait mode kingdoms of TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. The brutal reality was that you could only truly serve one master at a time. If you filmed for a widescreen, your vertical version looked cheap and awful. If you filmed vertically, your YouTube edit looked like a thin, pathetic pillar swimming in a sea of empty black bars. YouTube would penalize your vertical shots. TikTok would punish your horizontal ones. And you, the creator, were trapped in the middle, forced to double your shooting time, double your planning, and essentially double your workload. This whole process choked your momentum, drained your energy, and actively killed your creative flow. But that taxing era of compromise is officially over. DJI didn't just drop a new action camera. They delivered a powerful message. Create once, publish everywhere. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the DJI Osmo Action 6. However, calling it merely Action 6 is an insult to what it represents. This small black box is a genuine revolution, meticulously hidden within a shell of metal and glass. This isn't just a simple update, a minor redesign, or a marketing refresh. This is a seismic event where the entire industry takes a significant step forward, pulling every single content creator along with it. The real genius starts with the camera's brain, the sensor. For years, major competitors like GoPro were stuck on a wide rectangular sensor formula, fantastic for horizontal content, but absolutely terrible for vertical. That old design forced creators into agonizing compromises, always requiring you to hack away precious pixels just to reframe your shots, meaning you always lost something valuable. DJI solved this with masterstroke, so simple and profound, they made the sensor square, a near-perfect $1:1 square. And not just any square, one that is a staggering 40% larger than the previous generation. This single design choice completely transforms your entire shooting and editing workflow. Picture it as a massive, magical window. You record one colossal high-resolution clip through this window. Then, for your cinematic YouTube video, you simply take a clean, full-quality horizontal slice. Zero loss, zero forced crop, zero compromise. And when you need that vertical content, you effortlessly pull a full-height slice for a native, perfect 4K vertical video. No awkward stretching, no guessing game, no ruined framing. That's two perfectly optimized videos from one single recording. This means you never have to repeat a shot. And crucially, you never miss a moment. The camera doesn't restrict you. It truly empowers you. This is a legitimate shoot once, post everywhere workflow that creators have been silently begging for. It feels absolutely magical the first time you use it. Yet, that's only half of this revolution. The other half is a feature that action cameras have never dared to include, something typically reserved for high-end cinema cameras and professional mirrorless systems. DJI has added variable aperture. Yes, you heard that correctly. You can now physically change your lens aperture on an action camera. This is a first, and it is monumental. When you're shooting in low light, you open the aperture up to $f/$2, letting in dramatically more light for cleaner, brighter nighttime shots. No more noisy, muddy, or hopeless low-light footage. At $f/$2, the camera essentially drinks in every available ray of light. Then, when the midday sun is blazing, you close the aperture down to $f/$4, controlling those harsh, bright highlights like a seasoned pro. Your shots stay crisp. Your sky remains a rich blue. Your details are sharp, and you can finally use ND filters effectively, unlocking that buttery smooth, cinematic motion look, even with fast shutter speeds. This gives you something action cameras have never delivered: real control over depth of field, genuine background blur, and true separation between your subject and the world behind them. Suddenly, your action camera footage starts looking like it came from a much larger, handheld mirrorless camera, all contained within a tiny, tough body that slips easily into your pocket. Combine that with a new square sensor, and what you get is easily the biggest leap in action camera image quality in years. Not a small step, but a massive leap forward. But what good is stunning footage if it's shaking uncontrollably? This is where the massive sensor provides yet another crucial advantage. DJI's Rocksteady Dollar 3.0 plus dollar stabilization system utilizes the extra sensor area to create a huge buffer zone around your primary frame. This allows the software to predict motion and correct it with absolutely stunning surgical accuracy. Those horrible warping artifacts that you often see on other action cameras when you pan quickly or hit a major bump, gone. The resulting footage is clean, fluid, and unbelievably stable. It truly looks like you're using a $1,000 professional gimbal, even when the camera is harshly strapped to your helmet on a brutally rocky trail. And for the extreme action enthusiasts, Horizon Steady also gets a huge upgrade. You can now aggressively tilt the camera up to $45 and the horizon will still remain perfectly locked and level. It genuinely feels like the camera is defying the laws of physics. Even as the world violently tilts, your viewer sees a perfect, steady horizon, like an expertly flown drone chasing a motorbike through a canyon with superhuman balance. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, the Action 6 does not offer $8/text K resolution, and some people might mistakenly see this as a weakness. But stop and think about the reality of $8/text K. The files are massive and unwieldy. They instantly drain your storage. They eat your battery life. Most screens today can't even display $8/text K, and most consumer computers choke when you try to edit it. DJI looked at the real-world usage data and rightly refused to chase a marketing headline that doesn't actually benefit the vast majority of creators. Instead, they doubled down on delivering the absolute best possible $4/text K image, better low light, superior stabilization, massive dynamic range, and the all-important square sensor advantage that $8/text K simply would not have solved anyway. For $99 content creators, this choice is genius. You are getting genuinely better real-world results, not just a meaningless number on a spec sheet. And when the sun finally sets, the Action 6 morphs into a completely different kind of beast. A new Super Night mode pushes the ISO sensitivity all the way to $51, $200. That is absolutely insane for an action camera. The result is night footage that doesn't just slightly beat the older model, it utterly destroys it. This is footage that is genuinely usable. Footage that you will not be embarrassed to post online. For the first time ever, an action camera becomes a truly reliable companion for the nighttime creator. But DJI didn't stop with video. Audio also receives a massive, professional-grade upgrade. You can now directly connect to DJI mic transmitters without needing a receiver. That means dual-person interviews, professional dual vlogging, and crystal-clear dialogue. Clean, broadcast-quality audio baked directly into your camera with zero extra gear required. This is an absolute dream for travel vloggers, dedicated storytellers, interviewers, and everyday creators everywhere. And the battery? It's bigger, tougher, and smarter, offering up to $4 hours of continuous shooting, surviving extreme cold, handling intense heat, and charging full in about $52 minutes. You also get a generous $50/text GB of internal storage, plus support for $1/text TB memory cards. Add Wi-Fi $6 for lightning-fast wireless transfers, and you truly have a complete professional creator machine. So, who is this incredible camera really for? It's for the solo creator who desperately craves freedom. It's for the professional vlogger who wants cinematic-level quality without having to lug around heavy, expensive gear. It's for the seasoned traveler who needs one rugged device to flawlessly rule every single social platform. It's for action sports lovers who demand the smoothest, most stabilized shots possible. And frankly, it's for anyone who is simply tired of having to compromise. With a rumored price point around $/text $399, DJI is not just competing with other companies. They're walking onto the stage and saying, "Catch us if you can." They looked at every single pain point creators face: framing, low light, stabilization, audio, battery life, and workflow, and systematically solved them all, one by one. This is far more than just a camera. It is a decoration. A perfectly designed tool built specifically for the new generation of creators who demand instant, perfect output across all platforms with zero sacrifice. A true, all-in-one weapon for modern storytelling. Now, the central question is no longer which action camera is technically the best. The real question is, can anyone else even catch up to this level of innovation? DJI delivered exactly what their creator audience was begging for. They didn't focus on adding gimmicks. They focus on adding power, flexibility, freedom, and an entirely new way to create that feels so natural. You'll immediately wonder how you ever managed to work without it. My honest professional opinion is that this camera is not just an upgrade. It is a fundamental turning point for the industry. The lack of $8 K a dollar is entirely irrelevant when everything else is this incredibly good. It doesn't matter when the workflow becomes this effortless. It doesn't matter when your raw footage looks this professional and refined. If you genuinely care about creating more content, creating it faster, and creating it better, the Action 6 might just be the single smartest purchase you make this entire year. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.